and welcome to How to Create Your Own Software for Free, Part 4. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably thinking, well, I just got done with Part 3, now let's get on to Part 4 while I remember everything. Well, that's just what we're going to do. If you notice, I already have my code opened up, and everything is ready to go. Now, in our last project, we discussed how to use variables, and we added two variables together and assigned that value to one variable, and then we message boxed out the value. So, now what we're going to discuss is the if command. Okay? So, the if command is used to say, if something equals this, then something happens. Okay, so we're going to delete this residue code. Now, how an if command works is it's built on three things: if, else, and end if. In the if statement, you need to put the condition. So, if text box 1 dot text, because remember, text box 1 dot text is the text inside the text box, equals hello, then after you put your statement that states what condition has to be, you put then on the next line, it'll automatically tab it in, you say what you have to do. So we're going to say message box, yay. Okay, now in the else statement, that's saying if textbox1.text does not equal hello, then we're going to message box aww with a frowny face. And then the end if statement. Now the end if is pretty much just telling the program, okay, we're done seeing if anything's happening, we're just stop doing it. Okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to type something in the text box. First we're going to type hello to show you that the message box will appear and say yay. And if we do not type hello and press the button, message box should say aw. Okay, so let's start debugging. Okay, so inside the text box, we're not gonna type anything right now. We're just gonna press the button, and the message box says "aw," because as you can see, we did not type hello. Now, if we go inside the text box and type hello and press submit, the message box says yay, because we did type hello. Now, if we use what we have from our last lesson, we can simply do this. We can assign two variables. Okay? And they're both going to be integers. So we're going to say if, we're going to say dim number as integer, dim number 2 as integer. Okay, so what we're going to say is number equals 1, then number 2 equals 2. Now what we're going to do here is start a whole new if command. We're going to say if text box 1 dot text equals number 1, or number, plus number 2, then message box yay, else message box aw. Now what this code does is first it makes the variables and it assigns them, so number and number 2. Then it says if the stuff inside textbox1.text equals number plus number 2, which is 1 plus 2, which is 3, so if the stuff inside the text box equals 3, then we're going to make a message box that says yay. But if it does not equal 3, we're going to make a message box that says aw. Okay? So then we're going to start debugging. First we're going to just press the button, and if you notice there's an error in the code. That's why nothing happened and this little thing popped up below. Now, since this is the first time we're going to encounter an error, it pretty much shows this window. Conversion from type string to type double is not valid. Okay, so what this means is it's saying that integers cannot be put into strings because textbox1.text is a string. So how are we going to solve this? We simply make number 1 and number 2 strings. But remember, once we added strings together, it didn't quite work out. It would say 12. So we're going to delete these quotation marks, and that pretty much gives them a number value. So instead of equaling a thing that looks like 2, they're actually equaling the number 2 and the number 1. So now, in theory, it should say if textbox1.text equals 3. So we're going to start debugging. And we're not going to type anything in here, and we're going to press submit. And a message box appears that says, "Aw." If we type 1, message box appears that says, "Aw." If we type 12, message box appears that says, "Yay." But if we type 3, message box appears that says, "Aw." So I guess I was wrong. When you add strings together, they just appear right next to each other. Okay, but what we can do is we could say number dot. Oh no, we can't. Okay, so what that would do, I'm just going to leave it at that since we're running out of time here. We're going to see, so if this is if statement, so if textbox1.text equals number 1 plus number 2, which happened to be 12, then we're going to say yay, which it did happen. So thanks for watching this tutorial on how to use the if statement in Visual Basic 2008 Express Edition. Sorry about that. You can visit my YouTube at youtube.com/Brandonia Productions. You can visit my Twitter, twitter.com/Brandonia21. And don't forget to check out my website at brandonsoft.com. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.